Baby Movie. Good welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Since the last time we met, I have been gazing deeply into the abyss beyond despair and revelling in the nightmares that I found there.
I haven't.
He hasn't, I can assure you of that. Hello everyone, my name's Max.
Oh, and my name is Sam.
And this is Maybe Movies, your one-stop shop for movie character wife swap. And we are here in what seems to be rapidly becoming the new set. The new set.
Yes, I like it.
It is kind of quite
cozy.
nice.
It's cozy.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Tangentially, we've got Rob Turner to kind of thank for this, because obviously when he joined us for Christmas, we had to rethink how we were doing this. And what is it? We've got this thing about shooting into a corner. I mean...
Oh... I am not going to comment.
Is this not a good time to mention that hello and welcome to our Valentines show?
Yes. We are doing something a little bit different this time. We normally tend to stick to hard genres, but this time we're going to give romantic comedies a try.
So this is still a hard genre for us.
Oh, yeah.
As you can probably tell by all of the pink.
All of the pink.
Ha! Gay! But before we get on to any of that, there is just one tiny piece of business.
The poll.
Yes, thanks to everyone who did vote for our December mashup of Violent Night.
Yes.
And Elf, which became Elf Night. Sorry you've had to wait until February, but I wanted to keep it running for a bit longer, and I wouldn't have had time to have got the votes in for the New Year show that we did. How did we do?
Yes, how did we do?
Well, just as a quick recap, Sam and I said yes, we thought it was a maybe movie, and Rob said
no.
Yeah. So on top of that, we had a total of 6 votes.
Okay.
But it was pretty much all one way. So by a landslide, 7 votes to 2.
Okay.
Elf Night is a Christmas maybe movie mashup. And we'll be here with a fanfare. Yay! Sorry, Rob. Better luck next time. See, haters are going to hate, you know?
Oh, they are.
Yes. You know I'm kidding, mate. But yes, thank you. Obviously, thanks to Rob for joining us. And thank you for everyone who voted. And again, check out what we're going to be creating here today. And cast your bones after we finished. And next month we will announce whether today's Valentine's mashup is a winner or not. If you've seen our short earlier in the week, then you'll know what we're doing. And if the eagle-eyed amongst you will have probably already spotted what's lurking at the back here.
Yes, indeed. Both slightly unusual versions of the romantic comedy. They're definitely alternate takes on a very staple genre.
Absolutely, but both with one with a divine, one with a more kind of infernal influence on it. This is going to be a tricky one because I'm not sure.
Well, as I said earlier, it depends on what we choose as our premise.
That's the thing. I think that's the hardest part that I'm trying to get my head around. I can see them working easier as a crossover, as 2 movies. Obviously, the devil has to bring those 2 together, and the angels have to make Dudley more happy.
Can I be someone who women yearn after and crave for and lust after?
Right, yeah, okay. I mean, there's a potential in that.
But it's the mashup bit that, for once, that I'm actually struggling with.
Right, okay. I mean, well, now, personally, there are a number of options and combinations of characters that we can have here. But I think in its simplest form, I kind of like literally the idea of the angels versus the devil. I don't even know if we need Stanley. I'm not sure. That's why we're going to have this discussion here. Or another way of doing it is it's a twofer, where the angels are sent to make sure that 2 pairs are made to fall in love.
See,
and then the devil gets involved.
See, I would have suggested, again, before we even sort of think about the logistics of it, because they are literally 30 years apart. leaning into things from the Bible, and even the fact that they mentioned it tangentially in Bedazzled. Could our setup be similar to the story of Job? The devil and God are having a discussion.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
The devil says, I've got this guy I'm going to give him 7 wishes to make him happy. And the God's got this couple that he wants to fall in, that have to fall in true love. Mm-hmm. And so it's a deal between the devil and God.
Okay.
So God says, well, I bet you can't make these people fall into true love. And the devil says,
yeah, I own you, baby. Every time you pick up an instrument, I'll be there, inside you, wearing you like a glove.
I've given this guy 7 wishes. I bet you can't make this guy happy. But obviously God will never get involved directly himself, so he assigns angels to the job.
Yeah.
Which does also then leave us with a possible twist at the end, because they have to make Stanley happy with wishes given to him by the devil. So they are, twisted. By design, twisted.
Right. I mean, on one hand, I do like the setup. But on the other hand, that's a pretty big plate to be filling.
That's the thing.
Yeah, because then you've got 2 separate plots running parallel.
And again, it was just a random thought. I don't think it's going to work. The films are, as I said, literally 30 years apart. Could we have them meet in the middle? So rather than it being 1967 and 1997, the events are taking place in 1982. Because that's 15 years back and 15 years forward.
I mean, to be honest, buddy, you're always more bothered about the time frames than I am. I will happily transpose characters to a different era without a blink. So yeah, sure. Okay. I mean, in 1982, we were making films about robots and people being replaced by robots and stuff like that. So that works. Cool. We don't lose any of our essential elements at the beginning.
No, exactly.
And also, I mean, there's the modern version of Bedazzled as well.
Can you give us 2 seconds, girls?
Yeah, can you give us 2 seconds?
Yeah, I think that works. I think 1982 works. I don't see any real problem with it.
Cool.
I mean, let's be honest, they're mostly driving around in classic cars anyway. It's going to be hard work. We have made a chore for ourselves.
The only other way that we can make the job easier for ourselves is we need to find some common ground that all of these characters would occupy the same space at the same time. I mean, we could transpose people. Again, it's a mashup. We can do that. I mean, Stanley being a short order chef. What if he's a short order chef in Tony Shalhoub's bar?
Okay, so to bring things together so that the storylines aren't too separate.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Have a start.
Yay!
That works. Because that was the thing, I'm worried that we're literally going to have 2 parallel plots completely divorced from each other. Mm-hmm. That is not only a lot of work, but also I feel less satisfied. Whereas if we, like that, find a way to entwine the stories, it makes more sense.
Which again would then naturally mean that Margaret Spencer is a waitress working in the bar.
Yes.
So they're all together.
Yeah.
And it's a point that we can go back to. It's a central point that we can revolve around. Just so we've got a general idea.
Yeah.
In terms of acts. For Bedazzled, I called the end... It's a long one. I called the end of Act 1 at the end of Wish 2.
Yep.
That's very easy for you to say, Lord Dowdy.
That's me too.
Fantastic. And then I called the end of Act 2 after... or the end of Wish 5.
Yep.
Nice. Nice and simple.
That's exactly what I picked as well. Life Less Ordinary... I have the end of Act 1 being when the angels get hired by Celine's dad.
I want her back, and I want him dead.
Well, we should kill him. Nice. That's extra.
Yeah, I think I had it just after that meeting with the neighbour. So
okay,
close.
Yeah.
So close enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I had the end of Act 2 when they get shot at the bank robbery.
I called it the bank robbery. So yes, in the same place.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We're of one mind, obviously.
For
on
a
this
change,
one.
yeah. As just a little thing, we could have at some point to establish continuity. Tony Shalhoub could say, "Oh yeah, this place used to be a wimpy."
Yeah, why not?
I think we are under starters' orders.
We are under starters' orders. To be honest, the first 10 minutes is going to go on rails because we have to set up our characters.
Of course,
we need to meet Stanley. We need to meet Robert. We need to meet Celine. Mm-hmm. At the very least, everybody needs to be at their low point, dumped and fired for Robert,
Mm-hmm.
trying to hang himself for Stanley.
Yes, exactly. So before we jump in properly,
Uh-huh.
I'm going with a life less bedazzled.
Yes, why not?
It's about the only one.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So our little thing with God and the devil having this little bet, do we want to put it at the very beginning, or do we want to wait until we meet the devil and the angels and do a little flashback?
Putting it at the very beginning would be nice. It's kind of reminiscent of things like.
But we know who the devil is then. So you lose the reveal of I am Lucifer, the angel of darkness, and all
That's true,
that.
because they do play his entrance quite slowly. Because all I was going to say was, if we did it with that at the beginning, it's kind of like reminiscent of things like It's a Wonderful Life.
Hello, Joseph. Trouble?
Looks like we'll have to send someone down.
But I mean, there's value in both.
Mm-hmm.
It's just each option causes us to lose another option down the road.
I mean, we could still do it because we never actually see God. So they could just be disembodied voices.
Okay. That's a good compromise.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that works.
Cool. But as you say, yes, the first 10 minutes is going to go as it does.
Yeah, pretty much.
So this is going to be the first interesting thing, because he obviously tries to kill himself, and then it's not going to be Peter Cook who turns up, it's going to be these two angels who come bursting into the room.
Yes.
So we can have a bit of fun with this. You always get the impression that Peter Cook as the devil, he's kind of got plot immunity in terms of you can't really harm him.
Yeah.
It's just the body. What we see is just an avatar, if you like. Whereas the angels are physically there. We can have a bit of fun as to why they break into his room at that particular moment. Does he live on the ground floor, Stanley?
I'm not sure. It's not really clear.
You could say he lives on the first floor. And so he jumps off the thing. The water starts running down, and it starts leaking into the flat below.
Right. I mean,
so they do it as a thing. Like they come up and say, "Oh, what the hell are you doing?"
I don't know if we need to do that. I mean, it's a bit like you're saying, like the beginning of It's a Wonderful Life.
Mm.
You could have it literally be God goes to the angels and goes, "You better get your butts in gear. Things are about to go wrong."
Of course, in the same way that Clarence just turns up and leaps into the water.
Yeah.
So they just burst in.
Yeah.
Which does bring up another question.
Oh, hang on. We want to establish a question here. Are they allowed to let them know that they're angels? Or do they have to pretend to be people?
Oh, that's a point. I think not. Because Robert and Celine don't know that they're angels in that.
Yeah, exactly.
And so...
That's why I was wondering.
Yeah. And because... Well, no, but I suppose they have to. If they're giving him 7 wishes. Unless they just turn up and say, "We're here to help. What are the 7 things you most want?" But they don't tell him that they're angels and they can actually make them happen. Because my next point was going to be, events need to happen in real time, as it were. So we need to kind of find a way for the different things that he kind of wishes for, or the different circumstances that he ends up in, they actually happen. It's not like they're resetting reality to him being in that thing.
Right.
They have to kind of almost be sequential, which I like because it mirrors the weird events of A Life Less Ordinary.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So rather than him going, right, I'm now Lord of the Manor, or I'm now this, or I'm now that, he actually experiences them sequentially through the movie.
Yeah, right. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So I think they can't tell them.
So we've been sent to help. You have a benefactor.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nice vague.
We've been sent to help. Oh yeah, well, you have a benefactor. Oh yeah, well, who? And they kind of look up, and he's like, "Yeah, right," and doesn't believe them.
Doesn't that break the whole "we're angels, not allowed to tell people that we're angels" job?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not at liberty to say.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That's the angels have burst in on Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about that enough. We need to move on.
We do. At the same time, so we can intercut this, Robert going back to stick up Celine's dad. Peter Cook should be one of the security guards.
Oh, right. Okay.
I mean, we could even have him, if you want, he's in the lift. He's like the lift monitor.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of him being the security guard that loses his gun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, his whole job is to make sure that this happens.
And of course he's like, "Oh no! Oh God! Oh terrible! Oh how butterfingers!"
Oh, yeah.
And little things like, when he grabs it and they go for the door, he just happens to stumble and hold the door open for them. Things like this.
Yeah.
and gets in the way so that all the security guards pile into the back of him to give them time to get away.
Right, okay. So that's fine. So that gives us
a chunk of Act 1.
We've got Celine taken hostage. They're going on the run. Stanley doesn't believe that the angels can help him, so they do something to prove it. And again, they have to be quite mundane about it. So it's a bit like the buying the ice cream bit in Bedazzled.
Oh, have you got sixpence? I've only got £1 million note.
They're not allowed to show off their miracles, are they?
No, not at all.
But they have to prove to him that they're here to help him. What do you really want? I really want the raspberry ripple or whatever it was.
And one of them kind of reaches into his fridge and pulls one out. Or that's again too obvious.
It's too obvious. We have to do literally what the devil did in Bedazzled.
Yes.
Take him to the store.
Yeah, take him to the store.
But instead of scrounging sixpence off him,
yeah, they pay for it.
it.
Yes. So now we get to wish number 1, where he becomes Welsh.
Yeah, I imagine they're going to be like, here's your ice cream, but you really need to think bigger.
Mm-hmm.
We are here to make your dreams come true. Or something like that, you know? Because the ice cream is such a petty wish.
Yes.
And it's like, I'm sure that Jackson would have something to say about that. You really need to think bigger. And I just feel like there's a nice little moment there. Because
can I get
Stanley has quite extravagant wishes.
Yes, he does.
And I think it would be good to set that up by having them say to him, you need
absolutely,
need to think
I
bigger.
agree.
You know,
Definitely. So he then mentions about wanting to be... I've always kind of fancied myself as a bit of an intellectual.
Yes, articulate.
Yes. So this kind of works because we can then have one of the angels basically chaperoning Stanley, and the other one is the one who has to get Margaret to the right place at the right time to make this all work.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah.
And even at some point, as we go through this, we can go, right, well, this isn't working, so they can swap over. So initially, it could be Jackson with Stanley, and I can never remember... O'Reilly with Margaret, but because they kind of think, well, you go with the bloke, I'll go with her. But at some point, well, this clearly isn't working, we'll swap over.
So, like, they take turns of being Stanley's wingman, basically.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
And, of course, they can just have arranged this plush apartment in town. The angels, they kind of become more prominent in A Life Less Ordinary later in the film.
Yeah.
So for them, for this point, their side of it kind of runs on rails.
Yeah.
A little bit. With just the devil popping up wherever he needs to be to nudge things in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless we want to allow that the devil can't help but make things worse. So their storyline might not go as smoothly as it does in the film because he's involved.
So are we saying that the devil is cheating? And deliberately interfering with the angels? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying that the devil, in what he's doing on his side with Robert and Celine, he can't help but be a sort of strife in what they do. So whereas the things that they do, I mean, not that it's easy for them anyway, it's just made it that little bit harder because he is by nature the spanner in the works.
Yeah. I mean, I accept that. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of an example, but it's, again, having only seen A Life Less Ordinary the once, nothing kind of immediately sprang to mind.
Right, so we're moving on from the first wish, are we?
We are moving on from the first wish. I said these wishes are tainted, so that is going to happen pretty much as it does.
Yeah.
But this also works as well, putting Stanley in that situation, because then... Ooh. I'll come back to that. Just going to hold on to that thought.
Okay.
So we're looking at Wish 2.
Are we?
Are we? Or are we going back over to A Life Less Ordinary and seeing where they are?
I feel like we need to.
Yeah, okay.
So, I mean, we need to at least get them to the cabin or wherever it was that they were in.
Yes.
Probably going to go on rails, isn't it?
I can't see there being any difference because the devil isn't involved in any of this.
No, he's not going to get involved till the end of the act, really.
Unless we want to say he has some kind of... So he goes off to get groceries, doesn't he?
Yes.
So unless the devil is involved in something like that, but I don't know what he would do.
I mean, it did cross my mind that we could have him turn up and untie Celine because it's in his nature to cause chaos.
Mm.
But Celine doesn't leave. But other than that, it's going to run on rails.
And even that would be superfluous because she unties herself anyway.
Yeah, it's taking agency away from her if we do that, yeah.
It is, yeah. I didn't know whether we could do something with the meal that he prepares for them. That the devil does something to the food or something like that, but I can't. Nothing sticking, nothing immediate is cropping up that you could do. I was going to say, if he goes off to go and get groceries and the devil fucks the car and he has to walk all the way back. But then we still need the car for later, so that...
It's starting to unravel. I mean, for some reason, the only thing I can think of is that the devil tampers with the food when he's not looking and puts all the wrong spices in it or something. But it's...
I mean, yes, he's very much... He's quite petty in the film, but there's got to be something. Give us 2 seconds. Give us a second to think about it.
We can just move on. Maybe the devil doesn't do anything because at this point, his job is to try and make them fall in love. So he should be trying to help them, but by his own nature causing problems.
Yes.
So if he is going to do something, he should do something that's helpful.
So maybe that's it. He knows that by nature everything that he touches will turn to shit. That's why he's not doing anything. Oh, they seem to be getting on okay. I don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
But it's only when they start mucking up stuff that he has to get involved.
Yeah, okay.
That would be a justification for why he doesn't do anything else for the rest of this act.
Yeah, maybe we should just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sidestep the issue.
So we can have him there.
Yeah.
When he's shopping, he's just stood in the background having a drink or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, the same thing, holding the door open for him and that kind of thing. Yeah,
yeah, that's it, yeah.
And he's like, no.
Yeah, you can have that little moment of, why do you seem familiar? That works. That works.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should just do that. I think we're giving ourselves a headache and we don't need to.
Exactly. So then that does bring us back to Wish 2. For Stanley,
yes,
which will bring us up to the end of the act.
This one's going to be a little more. Again, this one's going to be difficult because he wants to be rich and married.
Yes, he does.
That's very easy for you to say, Lord Dowdy.
They could arrange the rich by getting him to pick the right lottery ticket or something like that.
Yes, take it. That's fantastic.
Thank you. But I'm struggling with being married. Is a problem. Maybe, again, this is one of those things where the angels could have a little look. We can do a lot, but we can't do that.
Yes, and the other option that I'd have said is, women love a man who's not available. So O'Reilly will pretend to be your wife.
Okay.
To increase his desirability. And it just so happens that Margaret is the one person that's not going to work on.
Yes, although I would say
she would know who she is.
Hmm?
If we're saying that O'Reilly is chaperoning her, as we said earlier, that each of the angels are taking one of them under their wing.
This is giving me a headache.
Oh, point of connection. So yes, you say we do the lottery ticket. You get that gives him the rich part. We do the thing. Well, yeah, if you woo somebody, to make her jealous. So we have Stanley woo Robert's ex.
All right, okay.
But they all know each other, don't they?
Yeah.
Because obviously, if we're now saying that Margaret,
because they all work at the bar, at the diner,
and it's a nice point of connection between those, so that we can possibly start to draw this into one big amorphous blob. At some point.
All right. I think that's enough to cut it. So we do the wooing. I'm rich now. Do you want to go on a date? Blah, blah, blah.
And he does this in front of Margaret to try and make her jealous.
Yeah,
but it doesn't work. And the angels are egging him on. Yeah, no, it's working, and it's clearly not. And he gets to the point where, no, this isn't working. No, sorry, forget it. And that would bring us to the end of Act 1.
Yes, it will, except for, I guess the devil's going to get hired by Celine's dad.
Yes.
Which gives him an excuse to come into the story and makes things a lot simpler.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what he gets hired by them because he's like, well, there's nothing for me to do here. They're already doing everything that they need to do to fall in love. I'm just going to put my feet up. This is too easy. So that's why he goes, I need to get myself involved in this directly.
This is too easy. But also, it's like the angel said. It's like O'Reilly said to Jackson. If we don't, somebody else will.
True. Yes. Yeah, take it.
All right.
Yeah, okay. No. That is a good point.
Because that is seriously a fly in the ointment for...
Yeah.
You can't get them to fall in love if they're dead. Tends to make it a bit permanent.
But that is Act 1.
It is indeed Act 1.
Ooh, actually, Just very quickly to lead back into Act 1.
Right.
You know, we were saying that we were struggling with the devil, giving him something to do. We don't necessarily have to give the devil something to do, because he's not on his own. So what about if, during the kidnapping, as a way of trying to show Celine that Robert is the man to protect her, if you like, he sends in wrath.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting.
Because we've got the 7 deadly sins, we might as well use them. So he sends in wrath, I don't know, do a carjacking or something.
Yeah, okay.
And so in the hope that Robert will then stand up to him, but in common fashion with this kind of thing, she probably ends up saving herself.
Yeah.
Like, he tries to jump in the car, she kind of swings around in her seat, kicks him in the face,
or
something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And it all goes pear-shaped. But it at least gives us something to do, you know.
So we could put that where the gas station scene is.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Fantastic. So, sorry. On with Act 2.
So we finished with Stanley, didn't we?
We finished with Stanley, so that means we will be jumping back in with...
Mr. Johnson's visit.
And, Felix, was it?
Felix, yes.
Yes.
Felix was his friend. $1
Felix.
for yes, $2 for no.
I really like that scene, so I don't really see that we need to mess with that too much.
No, it's a good scene. It's a good scene.
Yeah, I think that should stay the same.
Right, I'm regular. I am a regular man.
After that, they had the argument about him being the worst kidnapper in the world.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, we go for the first exchange attempt with the fake bomb and being shot at.
Oh, yes, because they make the call, don't they?
Yeah.
So I think we run it up to the call. I think we want to swap back to the other side just to show a little bit of passage of time.
Yep, okay, that's
Before
fine.
we get to the actual exchange.
Right, okay.
The carrot bomb, I think I put it down as. So where are we? We're up to... Oh, yeah, wasps.
Hello, Stanley.
Warden.
Hippies, traffic warden.
Traffic warden, and then a bit of the Devil's Tale. Obviously, we're not going to get that. So I'm wondering if we get something equivalent from the Angels. Like, again, with the being vague and euphemistic and stuff like that, but maybe talking about their job and how difficult it is in this day and age. And
yeah, I mean, we could also use that if we wanted to as...
We could even have Jackson's little speech about how you used to be simple, you put a man and a woman together and nature took its course and...
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Love that. But also as well, we could use that as a bit of foreshadowing for the poem he will write later, if we're going to do that. If we still want to include that in there, so we get a little bit of who he was when he was mortal.
Yeah.
As a bit of a setup for that, maybe.
So then he sleeps on it.
Yes, he does. Yeah. Obviously, I'm assuming then we're not going to get Lust this time because she's going to be helping with the devil.
Yeah. So this is when we want to cut back. Cut back to Robert and Celine.
Because, that really works really well. Because, again, we get this scene about love, true love and all this kind of thing. But it's not just, I think, the love side of it. It's the physical side of it as well that Stanley's interested in.
Yeah.
So if you really want, you can have our rider go, oh, if that's what you want, come on, let's go.
All right. Oh,
it's like,
what?
To neatly marry these together, it should be either they get him to admit that he's always really secretly wanted to be a pop star or famous, something like that. So that's our setup. We just leave them with them knowing what he wants his next wish to be.
Yeah, right, okay, yeah.
And then we flick back to the other two and we get the fake exchange.
The fake exchange. All right, yeah, that works. Then he gets followed and gives up the car to the hitchhiker.
Who I didn't realise was Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, I didn't realise that until I was reading the end credits.
Yes.
I did not recognise him.
I saw beforehand that he was in the film, but I didn't spot him when I was watching it. So let's, I'm sorry, Timothy, I think you might have to sit this one out.
Uh-huh.
Because I think the hitchhiker then needs to be Lust.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so you get Sophie Loren standing by the side of the road in her almost all together.
It's not Sophie Loren, is it?
No. I'm sorry.
Strike that. Reverse it.
Raquel Welch, excuse me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was
know
pretty sure it wasn't Sophia Loren.
What was I thinking about Sophie Loren? I was thinking about Sophie Loren earlier.
All right.
For personal reason.
I don't want to know.
That gives us a bit of a framework, because any time where there's little incidental characters that appear, we could just throw in one of the deadly sins.
Yes.
Yes, of course. God doesn't ever directly take a hand, so he sends the angels. So the devil's like, well, why shouldn't I do the same?
Right, and so he's sending in the sins.
Yes.
And that is his flaw.
Exactly.
Because the sins are going to screw up.
Yes.
Like, Lust is going to totally try and seduce Robert.
Yes,
You
exactly. I'm taking one. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
Yes.
That gives us a solid basis for this is what the devil's flaw is that he's relying on his minions too much.
This is what I meant when I said I was struggling with it. Now that I've got something that I can frame everything on.
Yeah, it's starting to make sense now.
Yes.
It's starting to make sense.
But how do you think things are going to go down with Lust?
I think Robert's too much of a gentleman.
Yeah.
And he'll probably be all flustered and...
Oh, I love a man who knows what he wants.
Which is interesting as well, because again, you've got two English male leads who have that kind of... words.
Persona?
Yeah, they are that kind of bumbling,
well-meaning...
Yeah, sort of Hugh Grant type character.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
That's the first choice I could think of. Yeah, so he has to extricate himself from the situation because of her advances.
Yeah.
And then she just goes, ha, leaps into the seat and drives off.
Yes.
Leaving him stranded and having to walk his way back, which is, again, a nice point in the movie to cut back to what's happening on the other side.
Right, okay. So this is where we come to the pop star bit, rock star bit, whatever.
It's a shame that we can't contrive a way to have his pop star moment happen in the same bar where they do the karaoke. So they're all in the same place at the same time.
Yes, but I just realised maybe that's how they do the pop star bit, is they put him up for karaoke. So we've got karaoke in New York and karaoke in fuck Indiana or wherever they are. So you could cut back and forth between the two songs like it's a weird dual song kind of thing.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh yeah, take one. Yeah, I like that.
So that kind of solves, like, instead of doing this bit and then doing the next bit with Robert and them, actually have those cutting back and forth simultaneously right through the entire sequences. And they both end up doing karaoke.
Brilliant. That works. Yeah, see, that was the bit in A Life Less Ordinary when I said before that it feels like a Dennis Potter thing, because that's a very Dennis Potter thing to do.
Oh, the bit musical number and their costumes changing.
Exactly, yeah. Which is interesting because Ewan McGregor, he has like literally a 2-second cameo at the start of karaoke.
I mean, heavens. I mean, it's not as though you haven't done it often enough before now, is it? Eh?
I don't want to do it with him at all.
But he's also, I think, one of the main characters in Lipstick on Your Collar.
Is he really?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah. Oh no, that doesn't work. Trying to find the equivalent of the dour kind of performance that the devil puts on.
I don't care.
I was going to say, again, just trying to feed in what we know about Jackson, they get him to do some flash poetry and everybody loves that. So again, you get the person who's supposed to be helping him is the cause for things going pear-shaped.
Right, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, because I was blanking on that completely.
But that's brilliant because that allows Stanley to pick up on something else that Margaret likes. Because what I was saying in Act 1, which I was trying to hold for the thing, through each of these successive things, while he's not getting what he wants, he's learning who she is.
Right, okay.
And so
that's
by the end of it...
that's nice. That's a layer, baby. Like an onion.
Yeah, so by the end of it, he's figured out who he needs to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes it... Go on.
Oh, yes.
Go on. We're up to karaoke, waking up the next day.
We can have... We've had Wrath. Sorry for making that.
No, this is the one that is difficult.
Well, waking up the next day after having done...
But listen, why don't we go in the back and shag? What?
Well, not so much that. I'm thinking about Wish 4.
Wish 4...
Fly on the Wall.
Oh, God, this is difficult.
Maybe this is where we start to break the rules a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like, the angels aren't supposed to let him know that they're divine. But maybe this is when he starts to go, hang on a minute, there's something. How are these people able to arrange all of these things?
I like it. What I was going to suggest, and again, we may be able to marry these together.
Yeah.
He wants to be a fly on the wall in a situation with her.
Yes.
Rather than making him a literal fly on the wall. I don't know. See, I was seeing again, trying and tie this into the other storyline. I don't know. Ooh. She's got a job interview for Ian Holmes' company. So they arrange for him to be not a fly on the wall, but he's outside the window cleaning the windows. So he's a fly on the wall, metaphorically speaking.
All right.
We may need to add something into it to get the right justification.
Well, I mean, because obviously we can change things, but in Bedazzled, that's Stanley's jealousy.
It's when they're in the morgue, isn't it?
They're in the morgue,
yeah.
And it's the rugged policeman.
So you replace the rugged policeman with business exec. Hey, I like you. You should come up to my office sometime. We might be able to give you a job. You're so much better than working tables.
All right, so my only question is, and it's because I'm struggling to think of what the correct answer is, how does Dudley express his jealousy? Because if he's outside cleaning the window, I mean, does he just throw his bucket at the window or something? Or because he doesn't like how the policeman is talking to Margaret, and that's when he flies up in his face and starts doing stuff.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
We need to express Stanley's jealousy. We could have her turn the executive down and him being like, or what?
We could do that, or we could have the window is just ajar or something, so he pulls it open and throws water into the office.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That works.
Yeah.
Yeah. That works.
Before we leap into the next bit for Act 2, this seems like an appropriate moment just to take 2 seconds and do that thing that we do, which will be to do a quick shout out. And this one is again going to be for one of our long-time supporters and friends from the YouTube community. This is for Gloria from Gloria's Platter. And this one is a bit of a special one. Sorry, it's a little bit late, but again, it's just how we shoot these. Just to say congratulations, as 2 weeks ago, she hit 10,000 subscribers.
Oh, congratulations. Well done.
Fantastic work. Obviously, keep it up. If you've never seen Gloria's channel, do check it out. She does a lot of shorts now as well. Ostensibly, she's a cooking channel, but she does some lifestyle stuff as well. It's brilliant. Go and give it a look. As always, there'll be links up here and down below. Yes.
Oh, providing the collars and cuffs match.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Hey, it's Valentines. I'm leaning into the Amelia, as it were.
Yeah, of course you are, buddy. Yeah, of course you are.
But yes, thank you, Gloria, as well as always, for all your support.
Right, this is when it starts to get a little complicated.
So that covers that bit. So we go back over it. So is this? It's the second attempt, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So who haven't we used? So we've used wrath. We've used lust. So we've still got envy. Sloth.
I like the idea of using envy because we go from a scene when Stanley's being jealous to a scene with envy.
Oh, take it. Yeah, definitely take one.
Oh, you're his new little favourite, are you?
So it's not the devil; it's envy that turns up for the ransom.
Yeah.
Hello.
So envy is it envy and someone?
I think it has to be, doesn't it? Because of
it
what happens.
Yeah.
Envy and sloth.
You see, sloth seems like the obvious choice.
He's asleep in the car.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is sloth is sloth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it could work. There's some comedy there.
Yeah, definitely. I wish I could sleep like him. I'm awake all the time.
Oh no, he's not asleep in the car. He's asleep in the road.
Yes, take it. Take another one.
He's asleep in the road. That's why he stops.
Of course he is.
Yeah,
and you just can't wake him up.
No, can't wake him up. So
rather than, because obviously O'Reilly pulls the gun on him when he gets out the car.
Yeah,
he can't leave him in the road because he can't wake him up. So he has to get him in the back of the car.
Yeah,
so that's what slows him down. So he doesn't get run over.
He can have the thing where he's like a complete deadweight, and Robert's like pulling him along, and he's just like,
yeah, exactly.
Well, and he's got to try and drag him round to the back of the truck and get him in the bed of the truck or something.
Yes, that works. And it's while he's doing that gives time for envy to catch up to him.
Yes.
Because we get into the woods, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah, this is starting to get awkward, but... So, envy catches up with him. There has to be a gun of some sort. There just has to be, otherwise Robert will just run away.
Zip-zap boing, there's a gun.
Yeah.
So I think this is the point where I think the devil needs to get involved. Because Sloth's not going to take Celine back to the cabin.
No.
Or back to their place. He's going to fall asleep.
Yeah.
But I think, so I think that at this point the devil turns up in person.
Mm-hmm.
And
take her
back, yeah. Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, so he has envy and sloth take her back.
Yes.
While he marches
into the woods. I'm imagining sloth has something to do with the reason why she gets away.
Yes.
Like he just falls asleep on her or something like that. And
yeah, envy gives him the gun to keep her trained on her, and he's just like...
yeah.
Brilliant, that works. And that's kind of quite nice because we're deep into Act 2. It seems like a nice place to bring the devil into it.
Not the
beast! Rather than having him just directly from no, again, that thing, isn't it? If you want something done, you've
got to do it yourself.
Exactly. Until she comes and saves him.
Yeah.
Although I do want to say, when she comes up and hits him with the shovel... Oh, ow! Oh, no, don't do that.
Just so deadpan. Yeah. And another difficult one.
Happy families.
Once again, just difficult.
It is a difficult one. Unless we would choose to replace it with something that still has the same...
Yes, but what? I think this one's too awkward.
I do.
It's too much to ask of the angels without showing off their powers. Unless that is what we do, that they are forced to use their powers.
Mm. So they know... Oh, no. That would potentially work, because this kind of ties into what you were saying earlier about a moment where Stanley's starting to suspect that everything's not kosher.
I feel like we need to do that for the third act to work.
Yes, I agree. So what... Oh, yeah.
Mm.
So they have to reveal who they are. So him being the quite simple man that he is, well, just make her love me. So they do. But the fact is, we know from Bedazzled that she's certainly dating other people. We see her getting into a car with people and things like that.
Yeah.
So maybe she is already with somebody.
And that makes him the other person.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah, take it.
Yeah.
Take it. Because I was stuck. I was genuinely stuck there.
So that...
So that gives us our happy home story.
Exactly. Which, for that kind of brings us to the end of Act 2 for Bedazzled.
And then we've just got the bank robbery.
Which is the end of this one here, yeah.
And I think that's going to run on rails, because the devil doesn't need to get involved, does he?
No, it's because... so we've had envy, we've had sloth, so we've still got gluttony. I'm missing 2.
Avarice
and gluttony went together, didn't they?
That's right. They were the 2 girls, weren't they?
Wrath, lust, envy, sloth, avarice. Pride.
I don't think we ever had a pride, did we?
I don't think we did.
I think the idea is that Lucifer was the pride.
Yes.
It was pride that got me into this.
So we can keep avarice and gluttony for Act 3. But yes, I agree. I think the bank robbery goes...
Because, even in the original, the angels had nothing to do with that. That was entirely their own doing. And I don't want to take any more agency away from these characters than I have to.
No. And then we get those subtle references back to his dream again.
Yeah.
With, obviously, him seeing the flash of her in the car, bleeding out.
Yeah.
So that all works fine. We made it to the end of Act 2.
Yes. We'll have to see how the rest goes, but that's we're getting there anyway.
We are over the hump. Just to quickly recap, do you want to have a quick look at the different things that Stanley has learnt about Margaret through his different experiences? Certainly from the last one, that she is loyal. I'm trying to think what we did now, shit. She's not really bothered by money. She likes poetry.
Yes.
Do you know what this reminds me of?
What?
It's a bit like Groundhog Day, isn't it? He goes through all the things to find out who
she really is.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That's nice. That's a nice thought. To be honest, it's a little bit superfluous, because we only have one more wish.
We do. Yes. Okay, let's move on. But yes, so...
this is where it stops running on rails to a certain degree, because there's, with Stanley, there's quite a long sequence with the devil and his conversation with Envy.
Yes.
They call me Envy. Not a very attractive name, is it? I always wanted to be called Vanity. Never mind, I'm stuck with it.
I don't know what to put in there. Right, okay, so maybe this is when the penny drops for Stanley. He realises...
Yes, because we said the angels made her fall in love with him and it didn't work.
Exactly.
So he knows what's going on now.
So maybe this is a conversation about him going, so what, are you really angels? Mm-hmm. Do you actually work for... Have you met God? What does he look like? Is he nice? And all the things that Dudley Moore would say. But also, so what are the rules? What are you allowed to do?
Yeah, I think this is enough now. You're asking too many questions. Just don't look a gift horse in the mouth. All of this kind of thing.
But we can have a proper conversation with them about stuff. Because he realizes
exactly.
We can have that conversation,
which will be a nice filler for that, because the next one is going to be a difficult one.
Yeah, the next one is going to be difficult. Nuns, yes.
Well, we'll come back to that in a second. That fills up that little gap there.
Yeah,
and then we flick back to the other side.
Yeah. So we have the visit to the dentist to get the gunshot cut out. There's that whole bit with Stanley Tucci with the head bandage and taking photographs and getting not headbutted by Robert. Again, does this run on rails, or do we want to, I feel like the devil should be involved in making things worse.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But how?
Well, again, we've still got 2 sins to go. We've still got avarice and gluttony that we can slot in somewhere. Maybe Stanley Tucci's taken up with avarice because he can't have Celine.
Okay.
And so it's not just about him trying to get her into bed, he's trying to get both of them into bed.
Oh,
he wants his cake and eating it, yeah?
Take it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, alright, okay, that's good. So, the devil sent avarice there to make sure that Stanley Tucci behaves.
Yes.
And of course things go wrong.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, alright, we have that. Then we have Celine and Robert's big argument when they split up. Mm-hmm. And then I think we have to deal with the nuns.
We have to deal with the nuns.
Up we go, sisters, leap into the sky.
Which is nice, because these are both segments where things aren't happening really fast. They split up and it's obviously several days at least.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because the film just kind of...
And of course, there's the extended sequence with the nuns because the raspberries don't work or whatever.
Because that brings us into something that I was going to suggest. Mm-hmm. As I said, I've been trying to find a way of kind of finding a moment where we can almost have everybody in the same place at the same time. Which should be, once we've dealt with the nuns, Stanley goes back to work. Which is now also where Robert's working. Robert's working as a cleaner in Tony Shalhoub's bar. And he's the short order chef.
Right, okay, so we need to deal with the nuns first.
We need to deal with the nuns first. Yeah. I've got something else for that as well. But we'll come to that in a second. So maybe it...
What?
Maybe, you know the easiest way to deal with the nuns?
What?
Is to not deal with the nuns. They are so sick of him badgering them with questions about what they can and can't do. They do the nearest thing in our version of this to what the devil does. They literally give him his wish. But because they are good, all they can do in that is make them nuns.
Oh, right.
They have to stick within the rules of being divine.
Okay.
It's a bit tenuous and it's a bit lazy, but they just go, oh, Jesus, okay, so you want to be in a place, alright, so there you go.
Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, we should have the angels reaching the end of their tether at this point as well, shouldn't we?
Yeah. And the only other way to do it... No, see, that doesn't work. There's no reason for it. No, it's too weak. So the only other reason they do it is that Margaret ends up going to become a nun, so he goes in to convince her otherwise, and has to dress up as a nun to do it. But there's nothing in Margaret's character to suggest that that's what she would do.
No.
Unless we... And again, it's fabricating it from her point of view, all of these experiences, and after again being made to fall in love with him.
You just had a thought.
Light bulb.
Because she is the focus of all of these weird experiences that she's been having with Stanley.
Yeah.
Has she figured out that there's something going on and that there is the hand of God at work, and so...
And she takes it as divine inspiration?
And a calling to...
To God?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yes!
That works.
Yay!
That works. And then we have Stanley dressing up as a nun to go and talk to her.
Yes!
Right, okay. Whoa, right.
But of course, even that doesn't work and she rejects him.
Yeah.
Thank you, you're a good friend. And that brings us to the bit that I was saying where you then have both Stanley and Robert together in the bar.
Exchanging woes.
Yes. And what I was going to suggest with this, because I know we talked about it off camera and stuff, it would be so perfect to do it. The devil possesses Tony Shalhoub.
Oh, right.
Because I always thought when he's talking to him, you should go out there and speak to her.
Yeah.
He sounds like he's the devil on his shoulder.
He does, doesn't he?
Look at yourself. You're nobody. You're nothing.
So I think we should make it...
That is what happens.
Yeah, because obviously he can't appear as Peter Cook.
No.
Because Robert knows him.
Right, yeah.
So we can invent our own equivalent of, obviously like Bill and Ted being sucked in through the ear.
Yeah, I can see that working.
I totally possessed my dad.
But yes, that works really well. So you have them discussing their relative woes. Do you think they kind of figure it out between them that they're being manipulated? Because we know that Stanley knows, obviously Robert doesn't.
On one hand, why would two relative strangers admit to having supernatural experiences? But on the other hand, there's some comedy in that.
Yeah.
So maybe We go back to what the angels were doing earlier on, and they're both speaking in metaphors and euphemisms.
Yes, take it. Yeah.
Maybe at some point, like, one of them uses a metaphor that makes the other one go, what?
Yes. But I think, to keep in with the conceit of the films, before they absolutely get it, that's when she turns up and it's...
Yeah. So I'm assuming that Lucifer wrote the letter? Well, because Gluttony is not going to write a...
No, not at all.
A great letter. Oh, we forgot Gluttony. Never mind.
No, I'm sure we might have somewhere at the end that we can slot Gluttony in.
Home in the bar, which goes wrong.
Ooh! Gluttony's in the bar ordering lots of food. That's why Stanley has to work overtime, because she just keeps ordering food.
Okay, yeah.
And that's how they had to end up. It's part of the setup of them being there at the same time. And she's also there to keep an eye on what's happening.
This is where it starts to fall apart a little bit.
Because the angels aren't going to kidnap her.
The angels aren't going to kidnap her, and why would Lucifer kidnap her?
No, they don't. The angels don't kidnap Celine.
Right.
Well, they do.
Right. Go on.
While Celine is driving to the thing, it's raining outside, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
She comes across Margaret, having left the convent. She's completely distraught by everything that's happening. Just sees her walking along the side of the road with a bag in the rain.
Right.
So picks her up. The angels, sick of this, are kidnapping Margaret, but obviously Celine's in the car.
Right. So they both get kidnapped.
Yes, so that we can bring this all together. Robert and Stanley have to work together to save the two girls.
Have one.
Oh, yes, that's it. Of course it is.
And that gives us something distinctive, unique.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, they have to work together to go and rescue the girls. So the devil writes the letter. The letter pisses off Celine. And
I figured it would be something like that.
So that's why she's driving to have
She's going to have a confrontation with
him.
It's probably some comment about her breasts or something like that, in the poem. And she's offended, and she's going to confront him when she...
Yeah. When she sees Margaret, picks her up, and one thing leads to another. Then we still get that moment.
We still get the moment with the angels kidnapping them.
Yeah. So you get the devil talking to both of them?
Yes. I imagine it's like, I'm sorry, this wasn't part of the plan. You know, things have gone slightly wrong. It seems that my associates have gone off the reservation, and somebody needs to go and save your girlfriends.
Fantastic. So now all we need to decide now is what happens at the denouement, at the finale.
We can have the bit with playing cards, and they come in for the rescue, and they have a big fight. And that's great, because we'll have Ewan fighting Jackson, and little Dudley Moore fighting Holly Hunter.
Yeah.
It matches.
And then Ian Holm turns up with Mayhew.
Yes, to bring the final nail in the coffin of chaos. Obviously, we're not going to lose the arrow of love. But what would be Stanley and Margaret's equivalent to something like that?
Playing into the theme of poetry, he's been writing a poem on a beer or on a napkin or something while he was at work. In this situation, that falls out and she finds it and reads it.
Right, I see what you're saying, which is good.
Yeah.
That is good. But what I meant was she shoots him.
Yes.
I'm talking, what would be Stanley and Margaret's equivalent to that? I mean, we could just do the one miracle at the end.
This comes back into something that I was thinking of when I was trying to get a handle on how to do this.
Because I think the fact that Dudley even did this, that Stanley even did this to come to rescue her, would be enough to resolve the whole conflict.
But no, it's weird, because this isn't part of anything of the discussion that we've had. This is just something I was thinking about the other day. And I think we do get the one miracle. Best kind of way I can express it is we're basically figuring into something from Good Omens.
Right.
Is this a game of chess or just a very complicated game of solitaire?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we get the one miracle because God decrees it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Yes, absolutely. They've gone all through all of this, but God's already known what's going to happen.
Right. Okay.
So we do get just the one arrow of love.
Right. Okay. Yep. That's perfect. And I think we've got our ending.
We do. We have a double wedding.
Yes. Absolutely. claymation spectacular and all the rest of it. I know it's so weird, isn't it?
That was the one
it's
bit
so
I was like,
weird.
what? But yeah, and that is our movie.
That is our movie, A Life Less Bedazzled.
Wow. So, as always, we're going to do our usual thing, take a couple of seconds, gather our thoughts, and we'll be straight back with our votes.
Don't nobody go nowhere.
Xadrum is more than just curious content on YouTube. We're also a small publishing house, with books covering a range of genres from 1940s pulp adventure to children's novels, and even a touch of the macabre for those who like their literature on the dark side. Our titles are available in both paperback and ebook formats. Ebooks are available on Amazon, but physical copies can only be bought exclusively through our website at xadrum.com. Jeff's got enough cash as it is, so why not help us little guys grow and thrive? Links can be found in our banner and in the description to all of our videos, and we look forward to helping you indulge your itch for escapism. Okay, and we are back. So, looking at the stars, considering that I wasn't sure how this one was going to go, or if I had anything to contribute to this one, well, 9.
You're 9, good lord.
9?
I am on 7.
After you, sir?
I am extremely torn on this one. I think there are a couple of neat moments in it, and certainly the ending felt a little different, like, alright, we changed things up a little bit, but ultimately I think I don't know that we changed enough to call it truly our own. So I think my vote is going to be for a no.
Okay. At the start I was erring on a no because I really couldn't see how these figured together. But I actually think what we've done here is actually quite clever. Again, from our first draft perspective.
Yeah.
We found a way to preserve all of the beats of both films. Make them work, and because of the way the action breaks down in each film, we found places that we can
cross over and swap back and forth.
Flip-flop between them. Yes, it's going to be a big film. As you say, you're talking about a 2-hour film at least.
Yeah.
But I think they work using the two plots. Yes, we kind of smush them together, but there's no reason that we can't do that. Ideally, you want to make it its own thing, and I think we have. We've allowed for swapping things around. We've kept enough of both films together and managed to draw them into one thing in the third act.
Yeah, okay.
You know, everything for as disparate as our characters are, we brought them together and had to get them to work together to effect a resolution. So for me, that is a mashup, and I think we've done some nice stuff here. So I'm a yes.
Okay, fair enough.
So there we have it, folks. We are broken-hearted. I'm just trying to keep it on theme.
Indeed.
Yes, so that is 1 yes and 1 no. And now, as always, it's over to you lovely people at home to have your say. So have a look over what we've done here today, give it a mull, and cast your votes where we normally run the poll, so that'll be on the community tab here on YouTube, as well as our pin post on the Xadrum Twitter account, and also for the next 24 hours on our Instagram story as well. And at our first episode in March, we will let you know if we have a winner or not. I think that's kind of it.
That is kind of it.
Yes.
It covers all of the bases.
So again, we will be back with something else next week, and we'll be back from the corner of movies. I don't know. I'm not running out of names now. For whatever we bring you next month. Until then, as always, have a wonderful Valentine's Day if you are choosing to celebrate the most fabricated holiday of the year.
Indeed.
And we will see you next time. Take care.
As always, guys, TTFN.
Are you telling me that everything you've ever said is a lie?
Everything I've ever told you has been a lie, including that.
I don't know what to believe.
Not me, Stanley, believe me.
Ba 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 ba.